guys, it's Sandy. So you guys have already seen the title and the thumbnail. You know what this video is about. I've never talked about this like in public or with people, so this is gonna be like a weird thing for me to talk about. So I'm just gonna be talking about my Accutane experience, and I wanted to do this mainly because I know there's other people out there that either want to take Accutane or that are suffering with acne and don't know if anyone around them really understands. So this video is for those people. This is also kind of hard for me to talk about just because it's something like personal for me, and like I didn't talk to almost anyone about it. If you don't suffer with bad acne, this video will maybe help you understand a little bit about what it feels like when you have it. I don't want to ramble too much because I feel like this video is going to be long, so let me just start telling you guys about it. So before I say anything, I'm not wearing any makeup right now. You guys can see all of my scars on my face. I have never filmed a YouTube video, but like when I had bad acne, like without any makeup. I always wore makeup because I was just like embarrassed and I didn't want people to see it. But I feel like now I've become a little more confident, especially because I'm in quarantine. I'm barely wearing makeup unless I go outside, and if I go outside I don't always wear makeup because I'm wearing a mask, so you don't even see like this part of my face. I do have a light in front of me so you guys can see more. This is all scarring from my really bad acne, which I will explain like how I got it in a little while. I just wanted to say that before we start saying everything else. Okay, so when I was in middle school, I really didn't have acne. It was just like a couple pimples here and there, like those bumps that aren't red, it's like under your skin. You just have like a few pimples on your face. It's not like bad acne, and I didn't have that. When I was in middle school, I did try a lot of different things, mainly just topical things like lotions or like spot treatment type things that you just put on your face every night, and none of them worked for me. I think firstly because it wasn't bad in the first place, so there wasn't going to be much of an improvement, and my skin is sensitive, which I didn't know until I started Accutane, which I realized very quickly. Yeah, and then my face was like fine until I believe the summer between freshman year and sophomore year. Like all of a sudden my face got super bad acne, like it came out of nowhere. Like I hadn't been doing anything different than I had my whole life. I wasn't eating anything new or taking anything away. Like nothing changed in my life that could have caused the amount of acne that I got. So I went to the dermatologist and we talked about doing Accutane, and my mom didn't want me to at first because this is a very personal video because you guys are going to find out a lot about me, but my mom didn't want me taking Accutane at first because I have migraines. So I took a bunch of medicines for migraines, and I also took birth control because my period was irregular. And I can make a whole nother video on my migraines because that's like a lifetime thing that I've had to deal with. So if you want me to make a video about that, I will, but that's besides the point. So we waited a little while and it just got worse and worse and worse. And I think it was like 2 months after that, my mom finally agreed. So I started taking it and I was so happy. Like I remember before I started taking it, I was in the car once and I told my mom like my face hurts, and she was like, why does your face hurt? And I was like, I don't know, it's just like it hurts to literally move my face. Like I could barely talk because moving my cheeks like the tiniest bit, or like raising my eyebrows and my forehead would move, like all of that hurt, and it was very painful and frustrating because I had never told anyone that before, so I was like embarrassed. It's hard to talk about, it was hard to deal with, and as you can see, like if I cry or laugh or like bend down at all, since I've taken Accutane, my face gets red so easily and so fast. I don't know if that's like a lifetime side effect of it or if that's just something that happens to me, but like my face used to never get red and now it gets red all the time. Before I started taking Accutane, like I said, my face hurt to move and it was very hard to deal with. It was summertime and I was supposed to be hanging out with my friends and doing things, and my mom started to realize that I didn't want to go outside a lot. At one point it hurt so bad to even put a sponge or a brush to my face to put on makeup that I didn't want to do anything that day. Like I didn't want to go outside because I would have to put on makeup so that I can cover some of my acne, but it would hurt so bad. It was just terrible. And like I said earlier, this was out of nowhere because acne does run in my family on my dad's side, but I don't think he ever had it as bad as I had it because mine was really bad. Oh yeah, I forgot something else. Another reason my mom didn't want me taking Accutane at first was because we were going to see if the birth control helps with acne, but for me it didn't change at all. And the other thing was that Accutane can cause migraines, so my mom was worried about that at first. I got sidetracked, but let me get back to before I took Accutane. I remember it hurts me in my face. I couldn't put on makeup because it hurt so bad. It was really hard when you knew you couldn't do anything about it. I could not touch my face or move my face without it hurting. It was so bad. And I couldn't pop them either, which is bad to do, don't pop your pimples. But I couldn't pop them because they were under my skin. I remember I would wake up every morning, and this is kind of gross. So if you don't want to listen to this, move on. Skip a few seconds. But I remember for a really, really long time, I would wake up every single morning with blood on my pillows because I was laying on my face on either both sides or just one side, and it would squeeze my face, and it's really gross, so I don't want to say it, but you get the picture. There was blood on my pillow every single day, and it was just very embarrassing and hard to deal with because you can't do anything about it. It was just really hard. Something that was really hard to deal with was that besides waking up and there was blood on my pillow, I would sometimes literally wake up numb and on one side of my face, and if I moved my lip, you would see it droop down, and my whole face literally felt numb. I'm just glad I started taking Accutane because that was a very big game changer for me. So I'm pretty sure it was the very beginning of October I started taking Accutane, and I was so happy and so glad that my parents finally let me because I was so over dealing with it, and I wasn't really worried about anything. There are a lot of side effects and there are a lot of things that you should look into before you take Accutane, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff that comes with taking Accutane, which I can make a separate video about. The only side effects I did notice was that my skin started to peel, which is very normal. Also, your lips get super, super, super dry, so you always need to have chapstick, lip balm, stuff like that, always. I remember I started taking it and it finally got better. I would say after a month of taking it, my face didn't hurt anymore, and I could put on makeup and stuff without it hurting or anything happening, which was very nice because I love doing makeup, and I don't wear makeup for other people, I wear it for me. So even though I was embarrassed to show people my face without makeup, I wore the makeup because it made me feel better, not to make other people feel better. The main thing that I dealt with the entire time I took it was my lips being really chapped, and my skin just started getting better and better. Something I did notice that Accutane helped me with was that before I had taken it, my face was so inflated basically from all the acne that it looked like I had gained a bunch of weight on my face, especially my left side. You can still tell my left side is fuller, and as I took Accutane, my face started getting slimmer and slimmer and kind of back to normal, how it was before my face got bad. And that was something that I didn't really realize until I looked at pictures from before I started taking it and when I started taking it. Something I really recommend if you take Accutane, if you think you don't see a difference, you need to take pictures of yourself every couple weeks or at least once a month so that you can see the change, because you might not see it looking at yourself every day. I remember at first I was this isn't really doing anything, nothing's changing, and then I looked at pictures and I was just wow, something really is changing, it is helping. And that was the biggest thing that helped me through it all, was that seeing that I was getting results. I think I took pictures almost every month that I took it. I'm gonna try to look. So I'm gonna show you guys pictures of how it looked throughout the months. Before I show you guys the pictures, they're really graphic in my opinion and gross if you don't want to see bad acne. So just skip to the end of this video. So I'm gonna put them up here, but first this is a video of what my skin looked like. I don't remember if it's the first day I took it or the day before I started taking it. So this is a picture of the first day that I took it, I think, and you can see how swollen my face is, and I was in so much pain. I remember I did take several pictures the first month, so they'll be right here. You can see my face started to peel, and by the end of October it wasn't peeling anymore and it was doing way better. I tried to take pictures the same location, the same shirt, same everything just so that it looks as similar as possible. But here are more pictures now, like November. Here's another video of my face. This was like a month after I started taking it. And you can see in these pictures my lips start to peel more and more. And then I just stopped taking pictures because in December I would forget, and then I got off of Accutane, so I didn't really take many pictures. So this picture is from April 19th, and this is when I think when I got off of it, or a little bit after I got off of it. So I think it was maybe May or June, I don't remember. I went back to the dermatologist, and when you have Accutane you have to go every month because they have to check up on you and like see everything's okay. So when I went that time, he prescribed me another like topical thing to put on. I have to put it on my face now, and it's supposed to help with scarring, which I haven't really noticed much of a difference, but I think my skin looks way better now, obviously, than when I had bad acne. Obviously, I still have scars, and these scars aren't from like popping my pimples. They're literally just from them being there because they lasted so long. You can't really see my forehead that well because there wasn't as much, and then my nose and my chin is basically clear. And if you can see this, I scratched my forehead yesterday, so that's what that is. And then I have one more picture to show you guys. This is a picture June 12th, and this is the last time I took a picture of my face, and I think this is when I started the medicine that I'm putting on my face now. This is the before and after of what my skin looked like when I was taking Accutane. So that's pretty much it for my Accutane story, and I just want to share it for all the people out there that are suffering with acne, that they have someone that understands them. And I know it's really hard, but it will get better. You need to trust the process. It won't happen in a month. And if you guys want me to make another video on like how to prepare for it and like the side effects, stuff like that, like just like tell me in the comments, I guess. So I hope you guys like this video. I know it's very personal and different, but I do want to like be more personal and like you guys get to know me more. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.